Hi. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
It's here. It's happening.
It's all happening.
It is
Here we are.
happening. It
Hey.
happened.
Hi. Familiar faces. I love
It's a
it.
friendly table.
This is a friendly table. All right.
5 minutes, go ahead.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
So, Jensen, are you planning on directing any episodes?
No.
Okay.
Next.
I've been wanting to talk to you all year about Rob Hayter and the work you guys were doing with him on 13 and what is going to be different about that for Michael. This is the fight coordinator, the new fight coordinator Supernatural has, who I think is unbelievable, putting like characterization into the fighting. And I know you're really into this. Please talk about it.
Rob's been fantastic. He's been a great addition. We do miss our dear Lou, who decided to hang it up, and I think he'd stayed on a little longer than anticipated. I don't think anybody realized that the show was going to go this long. I mean, you talk to Bob Singer, and he's like, I wanted to retire years ago, but these guys won't let me. So yeah, with the departure of Lou, sad but understandable. We love him, we miss him, but with the addition of Rob, it's been really cool and unique, and he certainly has brought in a flair that is very relevant, I think, and evident on the show.
So much like tactical fighting in 13, grabbing things, like blocking things, and I'm just wondering, like, and that's very like Dean mindset for me. So for Michael, if you've done a lot of fighting yet, what's the Michael fight?
So, funny you should ask. There was a bit of a fight scene written in the first episode. In fact, in that scene that we saw during the panel, did you all see that?
Yeah. We saw
Okay. Thoughts?
I loved it. It's so elegant and beautiful. I love.
So I'm a little nervous about it.
No, I love it, and it's
Okay.
great. Kudos to the Arabic, like.
Yeah, that was not easy. By
I know.
The way. First of all, it was the first scene I filmed coming back, and I was like, okay, I had to play this totally new character. It was like a 5-page scene. By the way, that was half the scene that we saw. Yeah, there's a fight scene in that scene that we didn't even see. Well, you saw him get up and go for me. So I will say this. Anyway, then they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have you recite some verses from the Quran too. I was like, I'm sorry, what? So not only did I need to like learn the Arabic, I couldn't get any of it wrong because it was like.
It had to be like
it was a verse, It was a holy verse.
Yeah.
So yes, that was very nerve-wracking. But getting back to the fight, so there was a fight scene written in that first scene, and I called up Andrew and I said, I don't know that Michael necessarily needs to get his hands dirty. And he was like, oh, I like that. All right. So. There is some stunt work that happens, and Michael doesn't even lift a finger.
Just swerves around.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool, and that. And so when talking to Rob about it, he was like, "Hey, I love it because I still get to do some cool stuff. You just don't have to do anything." I'm like, "That's right."
That was fascinatingly not Dean.
Yeah?
I sort of was watching the whole time trying to figure out why it was so not Dean. I don't know, it was the lack of emotionality or the lack of humor or sort of he has a slower way of speaking. It was strikingly different.
Yeah.
Was that hard?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was constantly having to go through checklists in my brain while I was performing there was something where I was kind of trying to do with my eyes, where I was kind of keeping my eyes a little bigger and not blinking as much.
Yeah.
Slowing down the pace of the speech.
Yeah.
Not making it as colorful.
Yeah.
Making it a little bit more monotone. And then constantly telling myself, you are omnipotent, you are omniscient, you can do anything you want. You are the biggest, baddest archangel there is.
And Dean is so like anxious all the time as well. Like he's so like not anxious but like tense all the time, and Michael's just like don't care.
Right. Yeah. And the kind of cool swagger. And so like in my head while I'm performing, I'm also like constantly rifling through these thoughts of like stand tall but be cool. And I'm good. I'm glad at least some of that came across. Thank you. So he is essentially looking for a reason or a race of people or animals or creatures, whatever it might be, to save, and and then he will start his cleansing, essentially.
It's really gross.
Yeah.
Brad told us there are going to be episodes that feature